I guess story time. Probably should go to bed, but I'm probably not gonna. I had I was asking the universe for help. I don't really do that much, but, and the only thing I got was, actual funny story, memory I had when I was a kid. Um, when I was a kid, elementary school, uh, kindergarten, I think it was in Georgia, at Alatuna Elementary. Um, we were doing these projects, and basically this kid, uh, destroyed mine. Um, and I got really pissed about it. Uh, so later on, for whatever reason, instead of, you know what, I'll just tell the story. Um, so the teacher starts acting weird about 3 days later, and everybody's trying to get me to do this thing. They want me to go down to the computer lab, the like, well, not it's like the art room, like the arts and crafts department. They wanted me to go to the arts and crafts department because I had made my project, and I was a really creative kid. I made something really cool. It was like a windmill, uh, and that kid had destroyed it. And everybody kept telling me to go to the art department, and everybody was trying to force me. At one point, the teacher grabbed me and tried to pull me down the hall, and I started getting pissed. So, as the teacher was trying to pull me, I got free, and I threw a tantrum, and I smashed the other kids' projects. Uh, because I was pissed that, because I was convinced I was gonna win, the award, first place. And that kid stole that from me, so I got pissed and I destroyed the other kids' projects. And the teacher couldn't believe what I did. So I was sent to the principal's office. Yeah, yeah. Where the principal told me, he brought me in there and showed me that the kid that had destroyed my project felt horrible about what he did. So what was in the art room was he had taken the time to reconstruct the project that he wanted to give me. And what everybody was trying to get me to do was go in there and accept that kid's apology and the returning of my project and the first place award, which was something stupid like a Walkman. Um, and I, in my blind fury, just destroyed everybody else's project, started throwing shit, threatening people, and fucking acting out. Uh, and he showed me my project, so I just stood up and smashed it, and I threw it in the trash. And then I stared at him, and he was like, "What is your deal? What are you so angry about?" And I told him I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. Um, Flash forward to my favorite episode of SpongeBob. It's the episode where Patrick and SpongeBob get a bunch of people at the Krusty Krab to recreate Texas, and they do a really bad job. And SpongeBob and Patrick start running from Sandy, and as they're running, they goat her into chasing them. They piss her off, and she starts chasing them. And Patrick starts, "Can we say that shoes from Texas are dumb? Can we say that people from Texas are dumb?" This is not a joke. It is one of my favorite episodes. Me and Taco used to stay up all night just saying stupid things about dumb old stupid Texas. Even though he was from dumb old stupid Texas, so he's one of the products of dumb old stupid Texas. But and in that episode, SpongeBob gets all the way, Patrick gets nuked, and SpongeBob gets all the way to the Krusty Krab and barely gets the door open. I think he ends up tearing off the entire storefront, revealing the people inside while Sandy's about to murder his ass. Um, and that's kind of the same storyboard when I think about it. When I was in the special ed room in Ackworth Elementary, there was a Valentine's Day where my mom got me the marshmallow pea parts, and I was just minding my own business, and then the entire classroom started fighting with me because they wanted Marshmallow Pea parts because their mommy didn't get them any. And uh, I got really fucking pissed, and I ended up throwing them in the trash. And then the teacher lost her fucking mind with me. Um, and I lost my mind on everybody in the classroom, screaming that they're all fucking selfish children that only care about themselves, and I just chewed their asses, fucking telling them what a piece of shit they were. And I was sent to the principal's office. Um, and then the following day, uh, there was this kid in there. I forget his name. Uh, we were on the in the after school program, and this kid wanted me to come over to the other room, and in the other room was an NES system, uh, with Mega Man, and there's a couple games in there, but I didn't really go in there because there's a long waiting line to do anything in there. And this kid he kept pulling on me and trying to force me, and I kept telling him to leave me the fuck alone. I don't fucking like you. And I told him 100 fucking times, I don't fucking like you. I was like, you're one of the assholes who got me to throw out my fucking Valentine Street because you're a fucking loser. And we kept going back and forth, and I exploded on him. And I ended up like I don't I just trashed the room. I just lost my mind and trashed the room. I guess it was a tantrum. It was just a tantrum that happened. I just explosive rage. I don't let my anger out, and then it builds up, just like my black and white thinking and all my other neuroses, my mental disorders. I lost my shit on the guy. I did, and that dude literally started screaming and got this other big kid involved, and the big kid restrained me, and he was like, "You got you a fucking you got you the entire NES all to yourself. You can play video games on it. He's sorry about Valentine's Day. He's sorry about what he did. Why did you do that?" And he started screaming at me, and I just stared at him. I didn't say anything. I just fucking stared at him. And I remember he doesn't even fucking care. He doesn't fucking care. And I just remember the teacher, like, dude, there's this girl was crying. All these people were upset that I just grabbed like everybody's book bag. If there were any projects anybody had done, any homework, whatever, I just fucking destroyed it. I didn't give a fuck. People had ruined my life. I was gonna ruin everybody else's. The thought of a child, how a child thinks. And then flash forward to 4th and 5th grade. Once again, that kid that had betrayed me about the field day fucked up getting tug of war. That guy tried to get me to come to his house for about 2 months straight, and then eventually talked to my mom, and my mom tried to get me to go. Yeah, this isn't a joke. My mom physically grabbed my arm and tried to pull me out of the house and force me to go and deal with this kid. And I told her, I don't fucking like him. He's a piece of shit. He's a garbage human being. And I told when I was a kid, I didn't actually curse. But he's a stupid person, and I hated him. And I was explaining I didn't want to go. I didn't when my mom was trying to force me, so I threw a tantrum. I ended up knocking her down. She ended up hurting her knee or something. I started screaming and threatening, and then that kid showed up, and I went chasing after him, and he ran out of the house, and he ended up falling down the stairs of my stepdad's house. Outside, he ended up like injuring himself and screaming and crying, and I was coming out to kick his ass, and then his mom was like, "That kid's a fucking monster. Your kid's a fuck," like, just keep your monster away from my kid. Like, my kid's innocent. He didn't know. Oh, he didn't do anything. I bet he didn't do anything. He's the victim in it, Mr. Darvo. And then that kid was trying to tell me that he wanted to apologize, and that he'd found out I liked The Legend of Zelda, so he'd gotten me, like, his mother worked in a bakery and gotten me, like, a Zelda cake, and he had gotten a bunch of the kids from school together, and they were gonna have, like, a tug of war or something for me. Uh, but I was too busy hating his ass to actually listen to anything. Again and again. Again and again with me. Uh, we can skip forward to middle school. Uh, I don't even remember what it was Taco stole. He stole some shit from me out of my room. I don't, dude. He explained to me he was like jealous. Dude, this shit was just so vague and so fucking. I just never forgave him for it. I really didn't. He kept trying to do things, and I just didn't. My brother and I, we have a thing about apologies. We basically don't accept them. We just tell you to do better. Because apologies have always just seemed stupid to me. They really have. But I also think about when I was talking to my friend Dalton in Ackworth. I don't think any of these people are my friends anymore, but Dalton, yeah. What did he do? Brain fart. When I was talking to Dalton, we were talking about hero redemption arcs, and I was explaining I don't do redemption arcs. I was like, Endeavor was a horrible father in My Hero, and he deserves suffering for what he did, not praise and adulation because he finally does the right thing at the last minute. He deserves to be hurt. And I remember Dalton was just like, it's so weird that you always go on about, like, doing the right thing and helping people and trying to make the world a better place, but then you're like, also, I don't do forgiveness. And forgiveness is, like, the number one thing in church. And I told him, church people want you to practice forgiveness, so when they beat and rape your kid, they'll go, but you're a good person and you're going to forgive me, right? No. No, I'm not. Sorry. All out of forgiveness. I don't know why, when I asked the universe about this situation, it played back an episode of SpongeBob and a bunch of old memories. But if not anything else, I think this is an interesting, fun story, and it's kind of a fascinating aspect, because these moments are rare in my life, okay? Normally people just dick me over, and they don't really try to fix it, and there were a couple other stories where people were like, I was trying to fucking help you, and, I just lost my mind on them. I didn't give a fuck. Look, I think about that story I told about prison fall, and that guy goes, just let me hurt you. Don't give me a gift. Don't try to force me to do something terrifying or scary and disguise it as a lesson. Don't do any of that. Just let me hurt you. Okay? Just get down on your hands and knees and let it happen. And look, Anal Eating Mummy God, his advice to me was, don't let it break you, so whatever I do to you, don't let it break you. Yeah. I think that's what my subconscious means to say, and honestly, this might be the only time on video I got my subconscious to say something and I don't even know what it's talking about. My subconscious saying things and me not knowing what it was talking about happened multiple times. Like, even when I was talking to Anal Eating Mummy God, my ex-cuddle buddy in Ackworth, when she was spraying me in the face with the Tetraled, and I told her it was going to take me forever to get over it. Like, no idea what I was talking about. Here's one that's really funny. Every time I went to watch Rick and Morty, and particularly the episode with Unity and the redheads, my brain for some reason would go, we came up with that, and I didn't know why it was doing that, and then I realized that the only logical way Dan Hartman and any of the people working on Rick and Morty could have got my goddess arc is if I handed it to him when I was president, and I have no idea how that would work. But I also think about, like, there's other things, like Borderlands 4 was supposed to have a gothic mommy chick with big boobies that made people bleed. Like, instead of doing elemental damage, she just made people bleed. And she was like a vampire. She regenerated health, and she just caused blood damage. It was her thing. I thought that was really cool because Athena did that on in the pre-sequel game, and I thought that was a really cool ability, and I wanted to see that more. I wanted an entire line of weapons that made people bleed. But they were also supposed to use like the doll machine guns or the bandit machine guns, the belt-fed ones. They were supposed to be a really cool version of that in Borderlands 4 that never was made. So there's that. And I, like I said, I did a bunch of stupid things when I was president. Most of them just involved putting fat chicks in video games. So also, I think Ellie's gonna die in the Vault of Madness or whatever it is, the Demented Vault of Madness, because I called them about Ellie's voice actor, and I said some really mean, stupid things because I was president, and I was just being stupid and mean because I was being stupid and mean. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Ellie dies in the Vault of the Dam DLC. And the Vault of the Dam, I think, is going to be like a zombie DLC, if I'm remembering correctly, but they probably didn't put in any of the stuff I wanted to see in it, because everybody doesn't really follow everything I say, which is probably good. But yeah.